What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and I'm back with another Marvel Snap video. And in this video, I am super excited to show you this Darkhawk Dino deck that I've been playing around with, and I've been ranking up like crazy, and I want to show it to all of you because I've made a couple adjustments, and it is just, it's been working phenomenally. All right, but before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris. I also go by Bootman, and if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, especially like the competitive aspect, ranking up the ladder, learning different deck and card strategies, all that kind of good stuff, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. We're trying to hit 8,500 subscribers by the end of the month. We need less than 100 more, so we're pretty close. Hit that subscribe. And if you do subscribe, I promise to provide you with a ton of valuable content. And we also have an amazing Discord server down in the description below. And as a subscriber, and if you follow me on Twitter, down in the description, @BootmanMSTZ, you can be part of our monthly giveaways where I give away 3 season passes for free, all right? So next month, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy season pass. Nebula is gonna be the season pass card. It's gonna be pretty sick, all right? So make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, all right? So let's jump into this thing. So last season, I made a video where I played around with Binks's deck that he used to hit infinite with. It was this kind of double Dino, Darkhawk type deck, all right? There have been like quite a few variations of it. And that deck, it kind of plateaued for me. I don't know about the rest of you, but anyways, yesterday I released that video of 18 decks people use to hit infinite, and I played for a couple hours using different decks, and like, I lost like 3 ranks just messing around with different decks. And by the way, like, there's some weird feedback on Twitter and stuff like that. Like, I test out the decks to kind of see how they feel, see what they're like, you know, whatever, but I don't play with them for days on end. Part of the content I make, I want to test out decks for all of you. So during that time, I see everything that can go wrong with these decks. And again, like, I lost like 3 ranks with it. And one of the like common things that people say is like, well, you gotta know when to snap and retreat with these decks. Like, you guys, I have played thousands and thousands of games of Marvel Snap, all right? Right? Like, for those of you who are experienced at Marvel Snap, like, it's the same candy but a different wrapper, okay? Like, you're not just gonna jump in and just be dumb just because you have a new deck. If anything, when you're testing out new decks, you play a lot more conservatively, so you're not giving up too many cubes. So any of you who are, if you like to experiment with decks, make sure you're playing conservatively because you're not 1,000% sure on how those decks run. The snapping style, it comes to you after a while. But anyways, I digress. This deck, I started using it because I was saying I haven't used this deck this season yet. And just with some things going on in the metagame, I made some changes, okay? So one of the biggest changes I made was adding Cosmo to this deck, okay? And I've been mentioning this on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter. Why don't you follow me on Twitter? Cosmo, like, so what happened was I was playing around with this deck and I just had no protection. I had no protection for my Darkhawk or my Dino or Mystique. Usually, sometimes that's all right because you can split them up. Like, you might, like, in some games, you might have Darkhawk on one lane, Dino on another lane, and Mystique on another lane, all of them pushing out power, right? But Cosmo, such a useful, annoying card. I hate playing against it, but it's so, so good. I have won so many games because of this good doggo here, okay? Just insane. I've been beating like Shuri decks by putting Cosmo where they're gonna Taskmaster, because I'll show you when we get into some gameplay. If you map your plays out ahead, if you can get some rocks in their deck, or if you can get enough cards in your hand, you just toss Cosmo out all willy-nilly because you no longer need on reveal, and it can mess people up. With so many people playing bounce decks, and since I love playing bounce decks, oh my God, I've been blocking so many plays with Cosmo. This is just like a must. I've seen some people say like, well, I don't like using Cosmo because it helps out Shuri. Kind of. It depends on how you're playing. I had a nasty 8-cube win against a Shuri yesterday just because I managed to keep priority and Cosmo where they were gonna Taskmaster. It was amazing. But the other thing is, in Binks's deck, I don't believe he used Quinjet, I wanna say. But some people, like this iteration, the person had Moon Girl in here and something else. It was one of the decks from the list I did yesterday. So I took Moon Girl out because you don't really need Moon Girl. You have enough stuff, all right? Like you have enough. Like you have Mystique that can copy Dino or Darkhawk. I don't really need to copy those. Agent Coulson is pulling you some new cards. White Queen is pulling you a card from the opponent's hand. Like it just didn't seem like Moon Girl was necessary in this deck at all. The original deck too also ran Chavez. I was playing with Chavez forever and I was just like, Chavez has been useless. Like not only was it not pulling out the cards I needed, but again, it's just that turn 6 where you're like, oh, maybe I can pull this card. Oh wait, never mind, it's Chavez. So I did the Bink style with Dr. Doom in here, which has been amazing as well, especially against Sandman decks, because if you're pushing out enough power early, like turn 4 or turn 5 with Dino, and they slow you down, boom. Now you have Dr. Doom, the same advantage they have to spread out 15 power divided by 3 lanes. You know what I mean? It's just been doing so much work for me lately, just so much, all right? So anyways, one caveat, at the time of recording this deck has been extra strong because the hot location is Sinister London, okay? I'm able to do some crazy things with Sinister London when you have the right cards, because basically, you can drop Zabu on turn 2, and then drop 2 rock slides on turn 3, then Cosmo the rest of everything, and you're golden. Like, if you strategize properly, it's nasty. So I don't know if this deck will be as strong once Sinister London's away, but hopefully you catch this video before Sinister London's gone, but it has been so powerful. So anyways, that's the breakdown. Let's jump into some games. All right, it looks like we're playing against Fortnite, pretty popular game. Not sure if you guys heard of this. So yeah, this is a decent starting hand. I do like to have at least Devil Dino or Darkhawk, all right? When I start out. So let's see. Subterranea, that's nice. That's nice for us. Ooh. I mentioned this in my video the other day, like, Black Widow, just such a good card, such a good card. So now, it looks like they are playing some kind of bounce, so if I do get a Cosmo, I have a lot going on. I'm about to give them a ton of rocks, too. They're probably playing the bounce with the Darkhawk. I'm gonna stay in for 2 cubes. Okay, that's interesting. Now the question is, do they have a Shang-Chi? Because I do not have Cosmo. But we're already in it for 2 cubes, so let's have some fun. Oh my God, I've been Cosmoing so many Green Goblins as well. It's nasty, nasty. We're already in it for 2 cubes. Like, we're probably gonna lose this. By the way, if you're new here, I show you the losses too. I'm not a fan of like just strictly highlight games. So like, I wanna show you the losses. I wanna show you things that can go wrong. But like, I'll tell you this, so many games that I lose are just such a testament to why Cosmo is such a crucial card. So yeah, we lost this one. Did we? Did we though? Did we lose this one? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think they have Shang-Chi? So here's something else is confusing. I don't use the retreat later button enough. But the other day I used it and it said I won because the other person forfeited. I thought that resulted in a tie. So do you think they have Shang-Chi? Like, there's no way they would stay in this game unless they had Shang-Chi or they can get 18, so 18, that'd be 36. We'll do the retreat later function. All right, yeah, if they had Shang-Chi or Darkhawk, we were screwed, all right? But again, that right there is just such a testament why you need Cosmo. Like, I have played against so many decks, so many like junk decks and things like that. I drop Cosmo, like I'll snap them before I do it, because I don't know why, but people like don't expect Cosmo. They mainly expect Cosmo and Shuri, nowhere else. Yeah, but like, I just dropped the son off. He's gonna go see a movie with a buddy. The girlfriend's at work today. So yeah, like I think it's gonna be no problem hitting 90/95 today with this deck, just messing around, like, Warrior Falls. So we have Cosmo, we have some of our big cards. They just had to throw out a Carnage. Okay. So I'm kind of a fan of this because they might be playing Destroy, so this might screw them up quite a bit. But right now we're just kind of like, whoa. I've never seen that. Have you? What the? That's kind of nutty. So right here, I'm thinking of just doing Dino, dropping 2 Dinos. This is weird. This is a weird game, dude. So we'll have 8. They knew it was coming. What deck was that? What deck, you guys, I don't know how to make this any more clear. Like, for as much as people complain about the stale meta, about, oh, all I do is play Shuri, I play against Shuri decks, or I play against the Sandman decks, or like, I don't know. I wish, I pray every night I go to sleep and I'm just like, dear God, I know I'm not a believer, but if you are there, please let me play against just Shuri or just Thanos or just Sandman decks. I play against the craziest decks that I have no idea what the heck is going on. This person just dropped Carnage, Captain America, Cosmo, and Devil Dino. Oh, wait, that's my Dino. Okay, I'll give him that. But Carnage? What's Carnage doing in here? I play against the craziest decks. Earlier, I played against a deck. They dropped Enchantress, then they dropped Professor X, then they dropped Hobgoblin. And I know a lot of you out there, give me a second, I'm gonna rant real quick. I know a lot of you out there are dealing with this as well, right? That's why I get so effing annoyed when people on Twitter are like, especially the people who hit infinite in like a day after like playing a bunch of bots, are like, you just need to know how to snap and when to retreat. Not when you're playing against people who literally just make decks out of the blue and you're playing against such a variety. That's what makes this game fun. That's what makes this game interesting. And that's why I get so frustrated against people talking about the stale meta, because there's people like us who are playing against such a wide variety of decks. You know what I mean? Yeah, so end rant. Not everybody has the same experience in this game. So if you're one of the D-bags who's out there like hitting infinite in a day and being like, no, it's just, you just gotta play, you just gotta know when to snap and when to retreat. Like, you are the most annoying people on the earth, all right? Next game. And here's why. Here, we're carrying on the rant. Here's why it's annoying. Like, you're making other people feel like they're bad or they're stupid or they suck, right? Like, check it out. Like when people say it to me, and not to like honk honk to my own horn, I've hit infinite every single season while experimenting with a bunch of different decks for all of you beautiful people. So I've hit infinite every single season. So when someone's like, well, you just need to know when to snap and retreat. That's the trick. That's the trick to this game called Marvel Snap. Like, get your simple ass out of here. Like, get out of here. Like, who are you talking to? Cosmo would be nice. Oh, I do have Cosmo, but we don't have priority. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. If this Cosmo bounces to the left lane, but we don't have priority. So hopefully they get greedy and drop like a hood or something like that. Oh. Oh, au contraire. If it goes left, we snap. Did not go left. I think I'm going to, no, because I'm wondering if I should do this and then Darkhawk next turn, but I could always do Darkhawk. I could always do that. Does it really matter? Yeah, I'll do this just to see one of their plays, just in case they're sitting on the Shang-Chi or something. Like, they might be in trouble. Let's do this with this. Then I can drop Darkhawk and White Queen to get a nice little burst of power. If I pull Korg too, that'll be, if I pull Korg, we Gucci. This is up in the air. Deck's too good, baby. Deck's too good. Woo! So, the only reason I didn't snap there, I was wondering what was going on. I was wondering what their play was. So they must have been running like Deathwave, right? Because they had She-Hulk, like old school Deathwave, and they had Arrow. And I wasn't even thinking about playing around Arrow either, but fortunately I dropped my Shang-Chi last, put it over there. So that's super nice. But right there too, that was a Cosmo game. You know, I'll give you guys a couple more. I'll give you a couple more. This right here is amazing. I don't like first turn snapping, so I wait till turn 2, okay? Because right now, I can drop Zabu, depending on what they play, I can drop Cosmo or Coulson, all right? And we already have Dino in hand, so we are good. But I like I said, don't like doing it until turn 2. I really like seeing at least something from them. I want to know what kind of deck they have. I just checked, it's not Thanos. Like, there's no reason to snap turn 1. A lot of the cubes I get are from first turn snappers, just so you know. So now that they have Daredevil, I do want to snap early. Yeah, we're good. I got Agent Coulson. By the way, there's no reason to drop Agent Coulson on on Sinister London. There's just no reason. But right now, since I do have Cosmo and I have enough here, again, I have enough to run my Dino. So Daredevil, if they're running a Goblin deck or something like that, we're fine. Because by the time they run Professor X, what kind of deck do you think they have? Go middle, please. Go middle. Oh, that bothers me so much. That bothers me so much. Do you think they have Spider-Man? We're already in it for 4 cubes. Their null can't be that big, right? Interesting. Interesting indeed. How many cars got destroyed? 2, destroyed 5. We have to retreat. You know, like, I was thinking about dropping Cosmo on that middle lane, but like, they definitely could have dropped Galactus on Sinister London. And that wouldn't have been a bad play because they would have guaranteed that they didn't have priority, all right? And here's what we do to even manage our tilt a little bit more. Oh, I didn't do it soon enough. But we mute them to avoid the follow-up emote. So they got lucky on a 50-50. And I'm gonna just let this play out to waste both our times because I'm childish like that. But like, if you're somebody out there who emotes on a 50-50, like, kick rocks, go find the largest pile of rocks and just kick them all day long. Just all day long, just go kick rocks. You know what I mean? Like, anybody who emotes on a 50-50 is the worst type of person. And like, with that being said, like, if I did land my Cosmo and if I started emoting them, I would be a D-bag. You see what I mean? That's some of my parenting coming out too. This is the same thing I would tell my son. Like, if I saw my son doing that, I'd be like, don't do that. Don't do that, you little dork. Okay, Sinister London, might as well just draw Punisher. Like, can't be bad, right? Yeah, I said this on Twitter, by the way. I do think that Galactus players, we'll just put this here for now. Galactus players emote more than anybody else. Anybody else, they like, I want to do some kind of psychological study because I guarantee it's a personality type. Like, when people come out, like, I'm just like, you're playing Galactus. Like, I can just tell by how much they emote. Like, it's just some kind of player, like, there's some kind of like weird, like, sociopathic or like narcissistic type player that saves their 6,000 tokens for Galactus just so they can think like they're the cheekiest player on earth. And for some reason, they think like they're the only person who has ever played Galactus in their life. Okay. Like, they haven't played in 3 turns, like. Glad I got to get my little Galactus speech during that one. We'll play one more since that was like nothing. All right. Okay, this is a decent starting hand. We already have Mystique. We have 2 enablers. Ooh. Okay, but we don't have anything low cost, which kind of worries me. Like, when you gotta skip the first two turns, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that. Okay, they had to waste their Viper. Oscorp Tower. Okay, let's just... We don't need Coulson on VATS. We're gonna fill up our hand anyways. Think they'll drop another one? No, they gotta do Shuri's Lab, right? Unless they're greedy. Unless they're greedy and just think they could drop a bunch of them. But we might be able to outpower their 2 green goblins with Dino and Mystique. Maybe. That's cool. I wish I had Zabu out here. Because if I had Zabu, I could do Shang-Chi and Mystique. I think we win this. Like, I'm pretty sure we win. Like, unless it's Shang-Chi right here. Like, we're good. Like, these kind of junk decks, like, they don't carry a lot of power, right? But again, like, this is my conservative snapping right here, right? Like, I'm not gonna snap just like, oh, like, I don't know, like, they could be carrying Shang-Chi. Like, that's the other thing you got to realize too about like the variations of decks too. Like some people, they'll just be playing a deck like the ones that you see on like all the videos that YouTubers make and everything like that. They're just like, nah, I think Shang-Chi like deserves to be in this deck, you know? Like Sandman decks. I've run into a few Sandman decks where people are playing Shang-Chi, which is very, very rare. You know what? I like you guys. We'll play one more. It's very, very rare, but every now and then it'll happen. We'll play one more so we can get some cubes back from that emoting D-bag. Okay, great starting hand right here. We have everything we need for 2 double up Dino. Might be a Shuri deck. Again, no low cards. Oh. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We have Dr. Doom that we could drop on Sinister London. Do I want to do this just for some additional power, though? Probably. Ooh, stature. Oh my God. I like that. Crossbones, and they skipped a turn. I like that. Okay, we have Shang-Chi in hand, too. And we're gonna have priority, I'm guessing. Crap. New York, why do you do this to me? Oh no. Somebody go find that emoting Galactus playing D-bag and let him know we got our refund, baby. We got our refund. Nice. So that worked out nice. That worked out nice. This was us getting back that 50-50, right? Well, I guess no. Yeah, because they moved here. So they moved here. So Shang-Chi just went left. I wonder if they would have won then, because this was the copy. So I wonder if Taskmaster would have copied Captain Marvel. See, again, like people saying like, oh, Shuri decks. Like we just played against a Shuri deck that's carrying Mojo. So this person did like a slight variation, probably for Sinister London. You know what I mean? Which is interesting. It's unexpected. Like I wasn't prepared for Shuri. Fortunately, we had Shang-Chi. So anyways, if you hear people saying, well, you just need to learn to snap and retreat, like, okay, let them know that you're playing Shuri decks that carry Mojo, all right? All right, everybody, so yeah, that's the deck I've been using. I don't know, I call it Dark Dino, good cards, whatever you wanna call it. Name it whatever you want, be creative, you know what I mean? I will say, like, something I do need to get better at is like, getting out of there if I don't have an early Cosmo. If I don't have like priority with Cosmo, that's something like, I would probably already be 95 if I did that a little bit more, if I retreated, when I didn't have Cosmo. Cosmo is just such a crucial card. I don't know. People need to be playing more Cosmo. That's just something that I've realized today, the last 24 hours playing around with this deck. Like, again, even if you're against Shuri, like, we didn't have any of those games in this one, but when you're able to get Cosmo out early, it could block Shuri, it could do all sorts of stuff. So get Cosmo in your freaking deck. All right, that's all I got for the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Don't forget to join our Discord server. Follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ if you want to be part of our monthly season pass giveaways. All right, but anyways, that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.